Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 57 of Survival of the Fitted. You're chilling here with your boy Joe Williams, aka Elevated Intern Joe, and we got none other than Ian Pierno in the building today. How are you feeling today, my guy?
I'm good, but we also have a guest today. We have our guest from Slam Magazine. He is the head of social and special projects. His name is Arvind Pitchai. And, you know, Arvind, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm in Chicago for a work trip, so happy to be here.
Ooh, work trip.
Oh, black.
Wait, work trip. That goes way. Okay, wait. Before we talk about that, to provide a little context, Arvind is like any like content you see at Slam, like he's like the one that's like, yes, this is okay, and like approves it and like brainstorms it and all this stuff like that. Non-work wise, you guys remember we had Theus on, and he was kind of like the opposite spectrum of me and Joe when it comes to like basketball. They kind of no fashion, all basketball. And then Arvind lives at this place like in the middle. Would you agree, Arvind?
I would agree completely.
You truly appreciate basketball and hoop.
That's a great way to say it. I appreciate basketball and hoop.
Yeah. You might not be like Rick Owens, but you fuck with the fashion. And you might not be, I don't know, who has a ton of basketball IQ? You might not be Phil Jackson with the basketball IQ, but you know a pick and roll. You know a 2-3 zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would agree with that. That's a great way to put it. Is I'm in the slim world, at least, I have found a nice place in the middle of it all where like I can extend an arm one way and be like not foreign to that direction.
That makes sense. Talk to me though, because like NBA fandom is so like split up. There's like the Reddit like PER nerds, and then there's like me and Joe who like watch like a Twitter highlight and we like that boy nice. Talk about kind of like this like NBA world and like how the fandom is kind of split up a little bit.
I think it's like split up, but it's more like think like a Venn diagram. Like it's like people are like really crossed over. Like you can be crossed over into any of the lanes. Like I think Joe, like you're a sneaker guy, right? Like you have a fine appreciation for basketball sneakers. Maybe maybe not necessarily at this very moment, but like when you were in high school, I feel like I remember you said that when Max joined the pod. Like you knew your
homework.
Shit.
You did your homework.
Yeah, like you know. I mean, one thing's for sure. I also listen to, if not almost every podcast. So.
Oh, we got a fan on the show.
Wait. Was it you who left the 1-star review?
No, why would I do that?
Someone left a 1-star review.
I'm trying to pull up on the guy who left the 1-star review.
How do we find that person? How do we find him?
I actually already found him. I requested him on Instagram because he's private from LeagueFits and the pod account, and he didn't accept the request.
So they're going to send pops on his block.
So you're saying he's ducking the smoke?
He's ducking the smoke. I wasn't even going to provide any smoke. It was just going to be like an awkward thing for him to like see the requests. It's like a love thing, like kill him with kindness type flow. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. Well, anyways, what I was saying though, I think NBA fandom is like a bunch of like Venn diagrams, like a bunch of circles where people like different pockets of it. There's certain people like me that just seem to enjoy all of it, but it's more than acceptable to be like, you just fuck with sneakers or you just fuck with fashion. Like that is an acceptable thing in today's world, and that's okay. Like who am I to tell you what you should and shouldn't like, you know?
Right. So because you kind of live in this perfect medium, like me and Joe, we usually ask our guests like their like starting 5 for fashion. I don't want to do that with you today because I think you can give us something that's even better. I think there might not be anyone more qualified to just name like an all cool NBA starting 5. Just like cool as fuck NBA players starting 5. And give me like a lineup that like is actually like a little position based. Like you could like throw it on a court and they could win 46 games.
Okay. I like that. 46. No, we're getting easily 50 first off. Like
it's still being cool as hell.
Piece.
Yeah, we're like maybe like a 3 seed at the highest. But we're, you know, let's say high 50s. That's what we're going for.
Okay, that's what's up.
I'm gonna start with Morant, Ja,
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Jaws are one. He's like definitely my favorite player in the league. So
he's a lot of people's favorite player in the league.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah,
he's definitely my favorite player in the league. And having interacted with him a few times now, he's
subtle flex.
Big time flex. The survival of the fittest flex.
Name drop.
Yeah, he's he's just like, you know, he's at a high level. He's like super down to earth, which is cool.
Well, you know what's cool though?
And what's interesting though about his fashion is that you can see him developing right now.
It is developing.
His fashion game is developing right now.
He's trying. He's starting to try. He's not there yet, but he's starting to try. But he's still super cool. Imagine when he starts putting that shit on, he's going to be a wrecking force in the basketball cultural hip hop.
I think there's a time soon where he's going to, I don't know about hire a stylist, but like he'll work with a stylist, whatever that may mean. You know, maybe he'll pay someone. Maybe he won't.
Are we just gonna ignore the fact that like Ja Morant started dressing cool right when I started, you know, I called him out on the Hot Takes pod. I'm not saying that he listened to the podcast and heard me say that, but I am saying that he listened to the podcast and heard me say that. So Ja Morant, thank you for listening.
The ether heard you and sent that message towards him. You know, I like that. That sounds more fun.
What's the ether? What's that?
Just
the Nas record.
The being, like just life.
Oh, damn, this sounds like some shit I would say. I'm super ashamed that like I didn't really know what that meant.
That's all right. You can dictionary.com later.
All right, cool. I'm gonna steal it.
All right, my 2 is definitely Devin Booker.
Book.
Because he's got the hoop game, we know that. But like, he is like, I think he might be the epitome of like NBA cool right now. Like at this very moment, he's like, if you had to pick an NBA player's life that you would want, I think he might be up there.
Yeah. He's dating a Jenner, cool house. Like he's outside, but not too outside. Like we actually don't know like that much about Devin Booker.
He's
like
just mysterious enough. Just mysterious enough.
Totally agree. That's what I was trying to get at. You killed it.
Yeah, I think Book's like, but like everyone always mentions that like he's easy to work with too, which means that he has like the down to earth personality. But he knows how to stunt as needed. Like, you know, like there was a clip a couple of weeks ago where like he told some fan to like shut the fuck up or something like that, and it's like that's cool. Like, you know, like,
he said shut up.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
You can say Arvind. You can say Arvind.
Explicit podcast.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm
not gonna say it. But
so go ahead, lose your job.
Honestly, I didn't know what he said. I thought it was shut the fuck up. But
I'm sorry, this random tangent, but I love that NBA guys are clapping back to dudes sitting courtside because Kevin Durant just did that recently too. So it was like, you gotta take over the game, Kevin. And he was like, you gotta sit down and shut the fuck up.
You know what's crazy is that I think it's actually, this is something I hate. It's cool that it's being captured and shown to the public, but it also sucks because like as soon as it does, these guys get fined for it. And like, all right, $12K or whatever it is isn't that much.
Yeah, chump
change.
KD
at the end of the day, but it's still $12K. Like it's still $12K. Like it's like
could have gave the fam $12K. Yeah.
Where does fine money go?
He could. I'm pretty sure it goes. So from my time when I worked at the NBA, I remember people saying that fine money like that, or like tech money, or like flagrant money, goes straight to NBA care. That's what I remember.
Oh,
so it's like
that's good.
It goes to. Oh, there we go.
We got they said charities within their community. Yeah, there you go.
That's
Draymond Green's one of the biggest activists.
Yeah, actually, if you're like telling fans to shut up courtside, you're actually one of the most high character guys in the NBA.
You're actually for the community more than anyone could ever know. If you talk shit.
So Devin Booker's actually confirmed super cool because he also gives back to the community by clapping back at fans. He's like, it's like a big IQ game. You know what I mean? Like he's thinking like next level.
I'm in agreement with this.
Yeah.
All right. At my 3, this is an interesting question. Can I just pick like players at this point? Like I don't know if they're 3, 4, 5, whatever, but
dude, positions don't even really exist anyway. You just need like one pick.
Right. I feel like I have to go. I'm gonna put. This is gonna be an interesting one. I think Bam Adebayo is on my team.
Hell yeah, North Carolina, raise up.
Yeah, and I think it's because he's got the on-court chops and he's growing in that regard. I don't really know anything about Bam's fits. He comes across like a tech police guy. That's my guess.
Yeah, that's right. It's true.
I remember we were at All-Star Weekend here in Chicago, and we were working with his agency to do something, and he showed up in a tech police to a party, and like there was a super cute moment because you know how him and his mom, like it's like him and his mom are together, like us against the world thing, and like we had just did the Heat cover like 2 months prior, and all of our covers were up on the wall of this party.
Yeah.
And there was like this super cute moment where he's like holding his mom, like holding both hands with his mom, and they're just like standing in front of like the Heat cover. So like he's a family guy,
Yeah.
And that's something that can't ever be overstated.
Well, he's a Carolina boy, you know what I mean? Like, of course.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put Bam. And then he's also been on a couple podcasts I've listened to. Hopefully we'll get him on here sometime. And he just seems like a cool dude. Like he seems like a cool guy.
Okay, that was a sleeper pick. I messed with it though.
Yeah. Also, all the guys fucked with him because he was a USA basketball dude. So like,
oh, that's right.
So like, I need my team to like each other. That's the number one thing I care about.
Right, because we're trying to win.
Like each other.
Team chemistry. Team chemistry.
Chemistry is important.
I fuck. For those who don't know, that Miami Heat cover that Arvind is talking about, that's where the clip of Tyler Herro admitting that he doesn't know how to swim emerged from, and I think everyone on the internet has seen that clip. And Arvind made that happen.
That was definitely one of the most viral things that's happened at Slam.
It's the most viral. I saw that clip. I saw that clip like 2 days ago. Yeah,
exactly. It gets repurposed by like Evan from Iowa's an NBA account, just like some random kid that runs an NBA account.
Damn, Iowa taking shots. That's what I do. I take shots at Iowa.
I was taking that out of your book. That's why.
Oh, yeah. All right. Moving on with the starting five. We got two more slots.
Can we break 2 seconds? I want to talk about Ian's hair.
Oh, yeah. So I dyed my hair like last night. I mean, I didn't do it. I went to like the hair salon on my street and did it. Quick context. I had like a Britney moment like a month and a half ago, I want to say, and I like shaved my whole head off, and I was like kind of fucking with it. It was like kind of like a little like Channing Tatum vibe, except like imagine Channing Tatum with like no muscles whatsoever. But I was like, this works for me. But I was like, okay, I want to grow my hair back out. But like this awkward medium stage where it's not buzz, but it's not like long enough to style or do anything with is so awkward. So I was like, if my hairstyle is going to look like shit, I might as well do like a cool fucking color or something, right?
Makes perfect sense.
So I did that. And then my hairstylist, I'm wearing glasses because of this. He was like, do you want me to put a slit in your eyebrow? And I was like, no, I don't want to look like a white SoundCloud rapper. And he was like, nah, bro, trust me. It'll look so cool. And I was like, dude, what? I was like, will it grow back normal if I hate it? And he was like, yeah. So here I am. I feel like I'm like the next like Lil Pump. I'm like missing like 2 face tattoos. And then I'm going to be like Lil Pump. But anyway, so yeah, my hair is red now, but I'm wearing the shades.
Wait, did you dye your eyebrows too, or am I tripping?
No, they're definitely not.
I actually like having my eyebrows be a different color than my hair.
Oh, for sure.
That's a good contrast. I would agree.
Yeah.
All right, my next pick is Jason Tatum.
Oh, league fades. Top 5.
Yeah, I think Jason Tatum has matured a lot in the past couple of years. Like in everything he does. On court, he's like amazing. I know he won all LeagueFits or whatever, or MVP.
Yeah, he was LeagueFits MVP last year.
LeagueFits MVP last year. And then I still think that he dresses well. He still dresses well, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And he just seems like I think my main thing is clearly I want guys that are like low key. Like they have personality, but they're still low key.
Yeah, like D-Book. That's the reason we like D-Book. Like not too mysterious, but still like there's questions about them and their personality. You know what I mean? I thought JT was cool after the top 5 video came out. He's like, after I get a cut, I'm top 5. And they were like, top 5 and what? And he was like, what you mean? Top 5. Top 5.
Yeah, that's like ultra confident, you know? Like,
yeah.
Who the fuck wouldn't want that? All right, my last pick is going to be KD. And even though he doesn't necessarily have the fit like we may
KD puts that shit on. Don't even trip. KD's probably like the 3rd best dressed player on this team.
On the Nets or on this team?
You're hypothetical, yeah.
Yeah, this hypothetical.
Yeah, I think he's also like beanie gang, so you know he like always rocks that well, and he wears it when he hoops, which I think is also fire. Like when he's in every single practice, like image of him, he's wearing a skull, like a scully or a beanie, whatever you want to call it,
with the ears showing. He always has like the short beanie.
He always got like the like kind of like the Marvin Gaye roll up, which is I admire that.
I actually just ordered a beanie like that because I was inspired by Kevin Durant. I was gonna find it and put it on, but I don't know where I put it. But that's not really.
I might twist my hair up so I could get the beanie going. But I mean, truth be told, we kind of know why KD's rocking the beanie. You know what I'm saying? You know, starting to lose some hair on top.
No,
you got the bald spots going on.
Don't do this. You a hating ass.
We know your league fades, man.
Yeah, no KD slander allowed, bro.
We love KD.
Yeah, I can't wait till you're like 27 running. I can't wait till you're 27 with the receding hairline running LeagueFits. There's one guy you left off that I thought for sure you were going to pick. Maybe he's your 6th man, especially because like, you know, this is a long-term team build for the future.
I was gonna ask you if I could pick a 6th man, but I'm curious who you think it is.
Well, your hair twin.
Oh.
Wait, who's his hair?
No. A little context real quick. Arvind and Jalen Green have like the same hair. And Arvind's met Jalen a few times from like Sam's Summer Classic and I'm guessing like other Slam shit. But we were at All-Star Weekend in Cleveland at the Player Hotel. Jalen Green walks downstairs and Arvind is like, he's like, oh, look, it's my hair twin. I was like, yeah. He was like, I wonder if he remembers me. And I was like, bro, he definitely remembers you. I was like, you know, how many media outlets is there? You know, he kind of goes to the same few media outlets over and over again. It's like ESPN, Slam, etc. I was like, he definitely remembers you, especially because y'all are hair twins, like exact same hairstyle. I was like, I'm gonna say something, and Arvind was like, fucking don't. And I was like, Jalen, your hair twin over here. Your hair twin over here. Would your 6th man?
Hear, so it was all right.
No, he didn't hear. Would Jalen Green have been your 6th man?
I was thinking about him, but it's Anthony Edwards, man.
Okay,
that dude's the best.
Man.
He's as a person that's been following him on IG for quite a few years now, he is the most entertaining person to go on Instagram Live, and I need that out of my 6th man.
Yeah, you need the guy that goes live on Instagram after you win the chip.
Exactly.
Or after he was a play-in game. Either one.
Or after the play-in game.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the play-in game real quick. Not basketball, cool fashion shit, but if you're hating on the Timberwolves, you're the worst. You're the worst. They've made the playoffs like once since I've been born, bro. Like, let them celebrate. That shit is cool for them. That like the barometer for what a successful season is for them isn't the same as like the Lakers. You know what I mean? The Lakers were celebrating like a play-in game win. I'd be like, fuck out of here. But like the Timberwolves have every right to turn up. And everyone that's hating is super lame.
I am in complete agreement. Just let them have fun. They're going to be focused on Saturday or Sunday whenever they play. There's not going to be some like this team's your favorite player, D-Lo. His post-game interview was like, we belong here.
Yeah, super
so,
calm.
Like, I promise you, like, there's one person that's going to calm them down. It's D'Angelo Russell. He's going to be like, guys, that was cool. That was fun. But, like, let's focus up. Like, he's going to make sure that happens.
He was like,
I think it's super lame that like look at the irony in it, because like the same people who are like, oh, players don't like want to do the dunk contest, or like you see like your favorite player do the skill challenge at All-Star Weekend and he's like going through the motions and he doesn't care. But then like when they show you that they do care, they're like, oh, why are you celebrating? Like, you know, like it's like, bro, it's like it's super lame. Like people try to really like can't do that, my guy. Like, do you want them to care? And then they're like, oh, you should care more. And then when they care, they're like, why are they celebrating? It's like, bro, this is like their profession. They like
I want
sacrifice their
energy.
whole life for it.
I want to watch some energy. Like, I want to know that these dudes care a little bit. Like, that's why I love Patrick Beverley. Like Patrick Beverley is like one of my favorite point guards in the league. And like, it's just because he gives a shit. And I think that shit's cool. Caring. It's like that. You
Also,
ever
like,
seen that A$AP Rocky video where he's like, since when did it become cool to not care? He's like, not trying is cool. You see, I'm probably fudging the words a little bit, but
also, like,
I always see that video
like,
and I'm like,
normal people, like us normal people, when we like work and you have something that like goes well, what do people do? They're like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to go get drinks. Like, that's like a normal thing that people do. So you're allowed to celebrate wins of any size.
Yeah. Still drop 40 with liquor with still drop 40 with liquor in my system.
Shout out Drake.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, a previous version of me could, but yeah. Not anymore.
Respect. Okay, so you're like all cool NBA 5 is Ja Morant, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, KD, Bam Adebayo with Ant Edwards coming off the bench.
Yeah,
that team wins the finals. That team wins the finals. I'm not gonna lie. I thought like an all cool. That is something that's cool about basketball, though. Cool. Is that like the coolest guys are good as fuck?
Yeah, man. It's like it's really one of the cool. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's like, sorry, my favorite players are the best players. Like, sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
I love that. That shit's fucking cool, man. Segueing a little bit to like bring you into our world. Me and Joe were talking yesterday because Joe's favorite brand is Chrome Hearts. And you know how you remember when Supreme dropped the shout out Chrome Hearts. You remember when Supreme dropped the brick, Arvind?
Yeah.
So Chrome and everyone was like, what the fuck? People are about to spend money on like a brick, which like a brick is kind of like the definition of just useless, right?
Yeah, I mean that specific one has zero like they're not using it at all for the purposes of it. Correct.
Yeah. So Chrome Hearts has been releasing some just like nouns. It's really like they're playing ad libs. Like you can get a Chrome Hearts pipe for like smoking. You can get a Chrome Hearts pizza cutter. You can get a Chrome Hearts Rubik's Cube where every side of the cube is silver. Just like, a Chrome Hearts walker, like for old people. I mean, or young people that need a walker.
Young people too. Yeah.
Chrome Hearts stethoscope. And I don't need to keep going through it all, but it's just, I feel like some of these brands are just playing with random nouns. And I thought we should all come up with a random brand and like an item that they should make that is just completely out of their wheelhouse.
Are we thinking only like it has to be a fashion brand, correct?
Fuck it. It could be whatever. Who cares?
I'm gonna let me think about that. One of you guys.
I have like my noun, but I don't know if I have like my brand yet. Like I don't know who I want to put the brand on.
This is horrible podcasting. I should have totally come up with something so I could have been like, I'll start while you guys think about it. But I didn't. I'm gonna come up with something really quick though. I'm gonna think of a Rick Owens pots and pans set.
They probably have that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, low key, like Rick makes furniture and shit, but like, can you imagine hypebeasts like going crazy to get like Rick Owens pots and pans and then never cooking with it? Like they just sits on ice. Like people would like redo their entire kitchen to have like one of those walls where you hang up the pots and pans.
Up stuff? Yeah.
Yeah. Like I feel like a Rick Owens pots and pans set would actually shut down the internet. Like people would like literally redo, like spend like thousands of dollars redoing their kitchen just to find a way to appropriately display their Rick Owens pots and pans that, if we're being honest, if they're Rick pots and pans, would probably just be like black cast iron and just look normal.
This might be actually practical and I could see someone using it as like an accessory, but my company, I'm going to pick Louis Vuitton. And if they made like like a compass.
Ooh, that's cool.
But like see, this is the problem. Now I'm thinking about how you would accessorize it. Like imagine the compass had like almost like silver Cuban links, like chains like around it. So it was like you could it was almost like a cross like it was like cross-bodied around you, and there was a compass like in the center, like something like that. That's my random idea.
You know the fire Instagram captions you can have with that?
Cool. There is a lot of fire
Louis
Instagram
Vuitton
captions.
compass.
But like you also know that like the only person that would buy that is like definitely like the worst person you've ever met. Like, you know, like you're like you're like in like Soho, like walking to a bar or something. And like homie Brad pulls out the Louis Vuitton compass and he's like, nah, we're going this way. You're like, oh my God. Oh yeah. Like only like that's such a cool idea. And I love the way you're thinking of accessorizing it, but horrible people would ruin that product. Yeah, like the Louis Vuitton compass would only like Brad and Chad would ruin that product for everyone. Everyone have a distaste because they're like, oh, the Louis Vuitton compass, yeah, it looks fucking cool, but fucking Robert tried to direct us to the bar with it.
Who invited Robert?
Like, he was like Robert was like, you can close Google Maps. I got my Louis compass. You know what I mean?
I don't like Robert. I don't like the Roberts of the world. And as someone that lives in New York, I see a lot of Roberts.
I believe that. Yeah, in LA we have like our like apples, like children named Apple, and then in New York you just have like the finance Roberts.
Nobody likes Robert.
Yeah. They're the worst.
Joe, pitch us.
No, yeah, I got you guys, because I'm thinking about like from a flexing standpoint, just being ultra ridiculous. I feel like now I seen a lot of people flex their vaccination cards and like negative COVID tests. So I'm thinking of making a V-Loan COVID test, like an at-home test that you could get, and like you could post it on your Instagram story and has like the little V on it, but it's negative and it looks hella cool, and like you flex it. You know what I'm saying? Negative, and you know how they're like exactly negative with a giant V, and you could like bring it with you and like, excuse me, sir, you can't come in this diner. You need a negative COVID test, and it's like I'm negative, and then you just pull it up, and you're like, oh shit, you're the coolest guy in this diner now, like. V-Loan COVID test. Like, my God. That'd be fine.
Okay, so Joe won. I think Joe understood the assignment perfectly.
I was sitting on that idea, bro.
That is like the most random collab ever. And it totally fits the criteria because it's something that makes no sense. Because like a brick without a Supreme logo is still a brick. Like it's the exact same thing. Just like a COVID test without a V-Loan logo is still a COVID test. You know, like V-Loan is canceled though, right? Like ASAP Bari, exactly. Like, bad person.
It's just utter ridiculous.
Oh, that like plays into it. That plays into it. You on demon time, my boy.
Yeah, ASAP Bari, come on, man.
Oh wait, okay, wait. Speaking of shit that's canceled, have you guys seen the Tyga Vans?
Nah,
no.
I'll look them up right now.
Tyga, not my vicinity.
It's so in LA, Tyga is everywhere. Tyga is probably like the most like accessible person in LA, like the most accessible famous person. Like I've seen like Tyga like waiting in line at places. I'm like, what? Like you like meet a girl and you check her Instagram, you're like, oh fuck, followed by Tyga. Like Tyga's everywhere. Anyway, go to his IG. He's dropping the shoe with Mischief is like the name of the brand, which is the same company that did like the Satan Blood shoe with Lil Nas X.
Yep.
But it's like this wavy and they got like a ton of clout because like Nike sued them. So they like did like a bunch of other like shit that like kind of failed a little bit because it just didn't create buzz the same way. So now they're trying to get sued by Vans, and they made this sneaker. It's called like the Wavy Boy, something like that. Yeah, Wavy
I don't know
Baby.
how Vans could. Why would Vans sue them?
I don't know. It
looks like a van that's been like mutated.
Yeah,
liquefied.
It's like a van you put in a Photoshop and just like warped.
Right.
But I want to know what you guys think about like the off-brand like remixes of popular items. Because actually, speaking of Vans, that happens to them a lot. Like the Revenge X Storm, like et cetera, et cetera. Like, how do you guys feel about like the remixed off-brand versions of, like staple? And obviously, like the Air Force One is another great example, or even Air Jordan ones. Like Mike Amiri has an Air Jordan 1. You know what I mean? How do you guys feel about that?
I'm not a fan of it. And that was like even like growing up with the whole Bapesta, Soldier Boy scene and all that stuff. And I was like, I just don't like it. I don't understand how a brand could like confidently like, oh yeah, this is our product. You know what I mean? Some liquefied Vans or like some Bapestas or like you know what I mean? Even the Revenge Storms, even though like I have a couple pairs, but it's like, it's crazy. I'm like, bro, I can never do that. If I was a brand, I would feel so lame for putting that out.
You can just buy it. What do you think, Arvind?
Well, it's funny you mentioned the Lil Nas X ones because that same brand, they also made a different pair of Air Max 97s called the Jesus shoes that are fire.
I saw those.
Those are cool. So I think like, I don't know. I think it's really cool personally that people can take any sort of canvas, manipulate it however they so feel, and make it into something. Yeah. Now, I don't know. I don't fucking care about intellectual property. Like, who cares about that?
I think it's just a definition of innovation, bro. That's innovation. Yeah, exactly. If you can take an all white Air Force One and make it cooler, why not?
That's what I think too.
Especially if it's like
and just custom anything. Like if you bought a pair of like, what's the dude's name? Like Serato or Mosh. Like you had one of them like customize some sneakers. Like I think that sort of stuff's cool. Like that's how you bring in new talent, designers. People view things differently, like than the people that are probably working on designs currently. Like that's how you find I don't know. That's how you make new shit.
Right. That's all innovation is. It's taking something good and making it great. Especially if it's something that the brand like wouldn't drop. Like Nike wasn't going to drop like the Jesus Air Maxes ever. You know what I mean? So it's not like they're like biting out of like Nike's like ideas. You know what I mean? They're just taking their canvas and painting something doper on it. So I think I'm with you, Arvind. Joe's a big hater today.
No, because I feel like we're talking about two different things though. I feel like you guys are like talking about like adding different components to an already existing silhouette, but I'm talking about like brands who literally just take the silhouette and they just like, let me just change the design of the logo, and then they go throw the Rick Owens dark shadows, and I'm like, bro, those are Converse. Like, you mean
that's
like
kind of messed up. I agree with that.
I think that's weird.
I think that sort of stuff is messed up. Because you're not like, so I will say that sneaker you just showed me, the wavy joint. Like that's not practical. No one's gonna wear that.
Oh, I already downloaded the app. They have like their version of the sneakers app, and I already have it downloaded with an alarm set the day they drop.
No, people will buy it. Like,
I literally like moved $220 from my savings account to my checkings. That way I could buy it when it drops.
There's no chance that sneakers comfortable though, which is what Vans are.
I don't give a Vans aren't even that comfortable. You ever like worn Vans like Disney World? Not that comfortable.
Well, that's the wrong place to wear Vans, but
yeah. But I'm rocking those. I'm Cashmere Delilah and my wavy baby.
I feel like you could do. I feel like you could do that pretty well, Ian. That seems right up your alley. Not a bad way, in a good way.
It is okay. Okay, let's touch back on basketball fashion real quick. You saw the Ben Simmons Lamb thing?
Yeah, that fit was crazy.
You fucked with it? It was the Prada, the green Prada with like the white sneakers, and he had like a little like Supreme tee underneath.
I think it was a great spring fit. Like especially for those who do not know, like New York is just now warming up. Like it is just becoming that time to be like you can start putting on a new type of fit that we haven't had over the past couple months. So in my mind, I respect it because I just thought it represented the time very well.
Yeah. I think it was you. This was like a long time ago, but it was someone at Slam, and I think it was you, was talking about like when that first weekend in New York where it's like in the mid 60s and everyone is outside, like all the girls are wearing sundresses and shit like that. I think it was you telling me this. And I was like, damn, that first like warm weekend in New York sounds so magical. And then like a week later, it's like 200 degrees and it's hell again. But like, I was like, damn, that one weekend. So are we like at that?
Yeah, honestly, I'm really hoping that this Saturday is, if it's not this Saturday, it's going to be the next one. It's like, we're right there where everyone's like, oh, it's time to put on like my best spring daytime fit. Like,
wait, what's yours?
a great question. Right now, honestly, I've been like in love with these like Uniqlo trousers that are like just like they like perfectly like hold on. They like perfectly cut off like
Whoa.
Oh, he's showing us. He got him on right now.
He's got him on right now.
Oh,
like,
that perfect crop where you don't even have to roll them up. Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
And they're so comfy. They're so comfy.
Yeah.
So like for me, it's like whenever I can wear this with like just like one of my friends has a brand called Color Plus Company. That's color with a U. And he's got these like awesome shirts that I haven't been able to wear for a while. And I just can't wait for that day. And then I can I can wear my the Comme des Garçons foam posits like in the middle of the day.
Oh man.
That's
flex.
That is my fit right there.
Big flex. Big shoe drop.
Low key, who or what is like who's Arvind's like fashion inspiration? Like who's on your mood board?
Besides me and Joe.
Besides you two. I think like Book, but not with the tops he wears. Like the spring summer tops he wears, I like because I love those like kind of like silk button up feel. Like when you can like drop like half of it to like like you basically go like 4 buttons deep or like without no like what I'm talking about, like open. I like that. I don't know. It's funny. I have fashion inspirations, but I don't necessarily like follow them. Like ASAP, I love his style, but like I don't need to dress like him. But part of the reason why I don't ever feel like I need to like dress crazy is because I have my hair. Like my hair is a statement piece in itself.
You hair people are so fucking snobby.
You have red hair. What are you talking about? You have the coolest hair on the whole podcast.
But you guys are like, yeah, I don't have to like wear anything flashy because I'm hot. Like, what? Come on, like you.
Hey, wait, low key, we gotta ask. How do you, Arvind? I don't know, maybe if you caught the last episode, but Figs has like this formula of like.
Oh, I heard it.
How do you feel about the sunglass formula?
Yeah.
I don't think he's wrong, but I don't think that's like basically just like celebrity 101, right?
Yeah.
Like that's been celebrities since the fucking 50s.
If you're like remotely attractive, you can just throw on sunglasses and a stupid ass fit and you look cool.
Yeah, that happens. It's been happening for 70 years, I think. So it's a rinse and repeat formula no matter what no matter what's currently in. But also just like, generally, like if you're like remotely attractive, most things you put on it's gonna work.
Yeah.
As long as you know your body type. That's what I say. That's like that's the most important thing though, in my mind. You have to know your body type. And you can't go, it's not that you can't go outside of it. This might not look great. That's all.
I feel that. Back to the Ben Simmons outfit real quick. In the video, the TV guy was like, I found out what the outfit was. I talked to Ben Simmons before the game, and he goes, I asked him if it was leather, and he said, no, Jared. It's a lamb.
Jared.
And the idea of like Ben Simmons addressing this dude by name and like letting him know that like this isn't leather. This is a lamb. This is a lamb chop on my skin. Like that has been living rent free in my head for like the past 48 hours. It's just like being like, hey, Arvind, what are you wearing? Is that like a leather jacket? No, Ian. It's a lamb. And he didn't even say it's lamb. He goes, it's a lamb. As if they like slaughtered one lamb and they like molded that lamb to his skin like before the game. You know what I mean? Am I the only one that thinks this is funny?
Pete is getting
I just want to know I want to know like if he actually said that or if Jared, whoever Jared is.
You can't trust Jared.
You can't trust Jared. You can't trust Jared. Mm-hmm. But
he's like a Robert. He's like a Robert.
For the sake of this, though, like it's kind of funny, and I kind of just want to like assume that this is actually what happened because it's funny to me to imagine Ben Simmons like not warming up, just like chilling courtside, and be like, "No, it's a singular lamb, Jared." He's like,
did you guys see
It's literally like it's called fashion. Look it up. Like that's literally like the same vein. It's called fashion. Look it up. That's literally it's a lamb, Jared.
Like, how do you not know, right?
Right. Yeah, idiot. You think this is a cow? Fuck off.
Did you guys see the playing game where like the lady like glued her hand to the floor because like there was like the Minnesota Timberwolves and she was like trying to protest the animal cruelty or whatever? I feel like the net that's a tongue twister. The next Nets game, somebody's gonna do the same thing because Ben Simmons wore a lamb.
What cause would you glue yourself to the floor over?
Do you remember when they were like, I already have one, so like let's be real here. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for this moment.
Yeah.
Do you remember when they
put you go first then? Can you go first?
Yeah.
You go first.
Yeah.
Do you remember
you go, Joe.
No, yeah. Do you remember when they did the in the bubble where they were like, players are wearing, they can't wear clothes. They have to wear the uniform straight from the hotel to the thing. I'm gluing my body to the free throw line until you make me change. Otherwise, you gotta be better than that, bro.
Bro, that rule lasted like 12 hours. I remember that. So for the people that don't remember, the rule was that guys would get dressed in their uniform in the bubble during COVID in Orlando, that they weren't allowed to bring an outfit to like the place where they play the games. They were supposed to go from their hotel room to like the quote unquote arena in their jerseys and shorts. And like Woj tweeted this out, and I hopped on LeagueFits and like posted like the tweet over just like a random picture, and I was like, we fucking riot, because I was pissed, Joe. I'm gonna give the same answer as Joe. I was so pissed. I was like, how could y'all do this? Like, it's been like 4 months of nothing going on. Like, I'm really grasping at straws with LeagueFits content. Like, we've done like the stupidest shit. We did like a LeagueFits contest where you dress like your favorite player and you get posted. Like, we were really running out of ideas. Probably like the most creative we've ever had to be was like the first couple months of COVID as like a company. But anyway, and then I'm like, okay, but basketball's back. Thank God. We have shit to post again. LeagueFits is back. And Woj was like, nah, these dudes got to wear their jerseys. And we rioted. And I literally think that LeagueFits rioting over it made the NBA change their mind. Because like 12 to 24 hours later, they were like, actually, psych. Even like Nick DePaula tweeted, he was like, at LeagueFits, you did this.
Dude,
so I feel you
about that.
Yeah, that moment, and then the Thunder trading Kelly Oubre. Like, I would have glued myself to the floor to keep Frank Jackson and Kelly Oubre in OKC as well.
We all would have.
Yeah, right, I'd be like, I'm glued here until you sign Kelly to an extension.
My thing is going to be maybe a little bit practical, but I'm tired of the 5-day work week. I'm ready for 4 days of work, 3-day week. I'm here for 3-day weekend to just be a thing we all live in. That is a thing that I would glue myself to the floor for.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a little too practical, but
my favorite.
You should pull up the Communist Manifesto.
Communist Manifesto.
Should be. Yeah, I keep it out just in case for moments like this. It should be a 0-day work week. I feel you though. California is trying to pass like a bill that would change it to a 4-day work week for big companies.
I love that. That's what.
Yeah,
life would be better. I think
y'all New Yorkers be easy now. Y'all be easy. Y'all be easy because me and Joe.
Fridays.
Yeah, me and Joe not working Fridays. So. Hey
funny.
HR, not sure if y'all saw, but peace. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I love that we're so passionate about our causes. Yeah. Well, I just wanted to say thank you for coming on today, Arvind.
I appreciate it, guys.
You got like a plug? You want to like plug your Instagram or something? Like,
yeah, at Arvind Pitchai.
Whoa.
My first and last name. That's simple.
Yeah, that's PRARVIND PITCHAI. Arvind Pitchai. Go follow the boy. He low-key be putting that shit on. He's like the third best dressed person at Slam.
Behind me and Ian.
Yeah,
I'm the first.
The best dressed person I've ever. Shut up. Anyway, thank you so much, Arvind. We adore you. Enjoy Chicago. Enjoy enjoy putting on your Uniqlo pants back in New York and talking to women in sundresses.
Especially Robert. Tell Robert
no, I'm gonna avoid all Roberts for the rest
enjoy
of,
stealing Robert's girl. Enjoy stealing
yeah.
Robert's girl. Yeah.
I'm gonna see Robert and be like, peace, Robert. That's what I'm gonna do.
There you
Peace. Load the peace signs, let it rain out. Anyway, y'all be easy. Love y'all.
First team this season.
Yo, go follow Survival of the Fitted wherever you get your podcasts. And then have 3 of your friends follow the podcast. And then have 3 of their friends follow the podcast. And then boom, it's the LeagueFits pyramid.